Hey everyone, welcome back. We're doing a deep dive today into online marketing.
Oh, this should be fun.
Specifically, we're looking at a product
Yeah.
called the TGVSeries Traffic Generation VSeries.
Okay, yeah.
And all this research you sent in
Mm-hmm.
really seems like you're trying to boost traffic to your website and
For sure.
really hone in on your marketing strategy. So
Yeah.
we're going to break down this whole TGV series
Okay.
and see if it really does what it says it does.
Yeah.
And maybe we'll uncover some nuggets of wisdom along the way.
Awesome. Love it.
So you've taken the time to start exploring some solutions like this TGV series.
Right?
And that's awesome. It shows that you're not just passively listening, but you're really trying to take action
Yeah,
and improve things.
absolutely.
And it looks like you're starting from a pretty common place.
Okay.
You know, this author
Yeah.
of this review you sent in,
Mm-hmm.
they talk about launching a product with high hopes and then just being met with silence.
Oh, yeah. Crickets.
Right. Total crickets.
Yeah, totally.
I think we've all been there at some point.
For sure. Yeah, that initial excitement of launching something
Yeah.
can really quickly turn to disappointment if you don't have
If you don't have that marketing strategy in place.
exactly that solid strategy from the get-go.
Right.
So important.
So then comes along this TGV series, right?
Yeah.
And it promises to transform your marketing from chaos to clarity.
Ooh.
Appealing. Right. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
And from what we've been able to gather, it's a video series.
Okay.
Costs $45.
Not bad.
And it claims to offer this step-by-step system.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where it gets kind of tricky.
Okay.
Because the source mentions the step-by-step approach,
Right.
but it doesn't actually say what the steps are.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like they're giving up a peek at the roadmap, but
yeah.
holding back the key directions.
It's a classic marketing tactic, though, isn't it?
Right.
Pique your curiosity without giving away all the secrets.
Yeah,
Make you want to learn more.
exactly.
But without knowing the actual steps, it's hard to judge how relevant it would be
Exactly.
for you in your unique situation.
Totally.
Yeah.
But there are some interesting takeaways from what the author does share.
Okay, great.
And one of the biggest things that they emphasize is knowing your audience.
Oh, that's huge.
Right. And they use this analogy.
Okay.
Imagine a chef just throwing every ingredient into a pot
Okay. Yeah.
and hoping for a gourmet meal.
Right.
Like without understanding your audience, their tastes, their preferences,
Right.
you're just blindly mixing things together.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that analogy. It
Yeah.
really highlights that fundamental principle, you know?
Yeah,
If you don't know who you're talking to,
exactly.
your message is going to completely fall flat.
Totally.
And the example they give of using analytics is such a great first step
Oh, absolutely.
to understand your audience.
And, thinking about things like Google Analytics,
Mm-hmm.
that can give you so much information about who's visiting your website.
Yeah.
What are they interested in?
What are they doing?
How are they behaving?
Yeah.
And you can use all that data to
You really refine your messaging.
Right,
Make
right.
sure you're speaking directly to...
the people you want to reach.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking of data,
Mm-hmm.
the source also mentions the author diving into
Okay.
some advanced SEO techniques,
All right.
specifically semantic SEO.
Okay.
And this is where it gets really interesting
Right.
because they're talking about going beyond just targeting specific keywords
Yeah.
and actually trying to understand the intent behind those searches.
Oh, that's so important. Yeah.
Right.
Semantic SEO is all about getting into the minds of your audience and figuring out what they're really looking for when they type something in.
Right.
It's not just about stuffing your website full of keywords.
Yeah.
It's about creating content that actually answers their questions
Uh-huh.
and provides real value.
Right. So it's about seeing the bigger picture,
Exactly.
not just focusing on the individual keywords.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the author mentions using tools like SEMrush and Ahrefs.
Oh, those are industry standards?
Right?
For keyword research,
Uh-huh.
competitor analysis?
I've dabbled in those myself.
Yeah.
And they can be so helpful
You're
for
getting those insights.
for getting those
Down
insights.
to what your target audience is searching for.
Right. And how your competitors are trying to reach them.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we've got knowing your audience.
Mm-hmm.
We've got digging into semantic SEO.
Okay.
What else did this TGV series lead this author to?
Well, they discovered something that might sound a little old school
Oh.
in today's digital world.
Okay.
The power of storytelling.
You mean like once upon a time there was a website with terrible traffic?
Uh-huh, exactly. But think about it.
Okay.
Stories are how we make sense of the world, right?
Yeah.
They stick with us. They make information memorable. They help us connect with each other on an emotional level. And the authors started incorporating stories into their marketing.
Okay.
And it seems like that really resonated with their audience.
It makes total sense.
Yeah.
We're hardwired for stories.
We are.
Think about the last time you saw a commercial that really grabbed your attention.
Mm-hmm.
It probably wasn't just listing features and benefits.
Right.
It was telling you a story.
Yeah, it was making you feel something.
Exactly.
And the author even shares a specific example.
Okay.
They started featuring stories of small business owners.
Oh, cool.
Who transformed their businesses using this TGV series.
Okay.
So they're not just talking about the product.
Yeah.
They're demonstrating its value through these relatable narratives.
That's smart.
Yeah, it adds that layer of authenticity, makes the product more tangible for potential buyers.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm starting to see how this is shaping up.
Right.
It's not just about one specific tactic. It's about approaching marketing from a more holistic perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
And speaking of a holistic approach,
Okay.
the author also started incorporating more multimedia into their content.
Oh, that's smart.
Right.
Moving beyond just text and static images.
Yeah.
This is where things get really engaging.
Totally.
Think about how much more captivating a video tutorial is than just reading a huge wall of text.
Absolutely.
Or an infographic.
Oh, yeah.
To make complex data instantly understandable.
Right.
So the author started using videos to showcase their products, creating infographics. And it looks like it really resonated with the audience.
Well, yeah, it's like they're bringing their content to life, you know?
Absolutely.
And making it way more digestible for people who are just bombarded with information all the time.
Right. It's not enough to just have great content. You got to make it stand out, capture people's attention.
In this crowded online world.
Exactly.
And don't underestimate the power of visuals.
Oh, so true.
People are visual creatures. You know, incorporating multimedia makes it more shareable on social media.
Oh, yeah.
So you can expand your reach.
Hugely.
Right. Speaking of social media.
Okay.
It sounds like the TGV series helped the author get their social media strategy under control.
Oh, nice.
Right. Taking it from chaos to,
well,
maybe less chaos.
A little less chaos.
Right. They talk about moving towards a more organized and consistent approach. Which makes a lot of sense.
It does.
Social media can feel like a whirlwind.
Totally.
If you don't have a clear plan.
Absolutely. Consistency is key on social media.
Right.
It's about showing up regularly, providing value, engaging authentically.
Yeah. And they also mentioned implementing some creative tactics.
Oh, cool.
To boost that engagement.
Okay.
Like live Q&A sessions.
Oh, I love that.
Right.
Yeah.
Answer questions from your followers in real time.
That's great.
And themed posts.
Oh, cool.
That align with specific days or events.
Smart.
Right. So it's about making your social media presence more interactive and giving people a reason to come back.
To keep coming back for more.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I love that.
And they even mentioned a Tip Tuesday series.
Oh, nice.
Where they share a helpful tip every week.
That's great.
Related to their industry.
Yeah.
So that's a great way to establish a regular cadence and position yourself as a valuable resource for your followers.
It's not just about broadcasting your message.
Right.
It's about creating that two-way dialogue.
Yeah.
Building those relationships.
So we've got SEO, we've got storytelling, multimedia, social media.
It's a lot.
It is.
This TGV series covers a lot of ground.
Where do we go from here in our deep dive?
I'm excited to find out. It seems like the author's TGV series journey also took them into the world of email marketing.
Oh, email marketing.
Yeah.
I'm glad they brought that up because, you know, so many people are like, emails did.
Yeah, so old-fashioned.
But it's still so powerful.
It is.
When you use it correctly.
Absolutely.
And it's all about, you know, providing value to your subscribers.
Yeah.
Respecting their time.
For sure.
Building relationships.
Absolutely.
Did the author share any specifics about how they were approaching email marketing?
They did, yeah. They talk about creating targeted email campaigns that delivered valuable content and some exclusive offers.
Oh, smart.
Yeah, like they offered a free ebook.
Oh, nice.
In exchange for signing up for their email list.
Oh, that's a good incentive.
Right. A great way to get people on your list.
Yeah, for sure.
And then they could send more relevant messages to different groups.
Oh, segmentation.
Yes, segmentation. Key strategy.
So important.
To make sure you're not just spamming everyone.
Right, right.
And that your emails are actually being opened.
Yeah, it's like that difference between sending a flyer to everyone in town.
Right.
versus,
a personalized invitation.
yeah, sending a personalized invitation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
To people you think would be interested.
Huge difference.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah. And
they also talked about using automation.
Oh, automation's key.
To streamline their email efforts.
Right.
Which is smart.
It can save you so much time.
Oh, tons of time.
And it makes sure that
your emails are going out at the right time to the right people.
Exactly.
You can set up welcome sequences.
Oh, yeah.
Send reminders, trigger emails.
Based on people's activity on your website.
Exactly.
It's so smart.
Yeah.
Sounds like they took a really strategic approach.
They did, and it looks like it paid off.
Oh, good.
Yeah, they even mentioned doing a re-engagement campaign.
Oh, for inactive subscribers.
Yes. For those people who've gone quiet.
Yeah.
But it's such a smart tactic.
It is.
Because it's so much easier to re-engage someone.
Way easier.
Than to try to find a brand new subscriber.
Totally.
Yeah.
Did they share what that looked like?
They didn't get into specifics, but they emphasized that it was all about providing value.
Okay.
Reminding people why they signed up.
Got it.
Maybe they offered a discount or shared popular content.
Yeah.
Or just sent a message saying, hey, we appreciate you.
Yeah, that personal touch.
Right.
Can go a long way.
It does, and it clearly worked.
Good.
They saw a big jump in engagement from those inactive subscribers.
It's a good reminder
Yeah.
that we shouldn't give up on those people.
No.
Who have maybe gone quiet.
Absolutely not. There are creative ways to win them back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about email marketing. What other gems did this TGV series uncover?
Well, throughout all of this,
Yeah.
there's this constant emphasis on data-driven decisions.
Oh, data.
Yes. The author repeatedly mentions tracking results and making changes based on what the data's saying.
So important.
It's like they're saying, don't just guess, get the facts.
Right.
Figure it out.
That's a crucial point because we can have the best strategies in the world.
Right.
But if we're not tracking, we're not analyzing, we're flying blind.
Completely blind. It's like trying to navigate a maze without a map.
That's a good analogy.
Right.
The author mentioned Google Analytics.
Yeah, good old Google Analytics.
Tracking things like bounce rate and session duration.
Oh, I love those metrics.
Right.
Super helpful.
They tell you how engaged people are.
They really do.
If people are bouncing off a page quickly, might be a sign that something needs to be changed.
Absolutely. Tweaked.
Yeah.
Those metrics can tell you so much.
So much.
About what people are doing on your website. And the author gives this example.
Okay.
They had a page with a high bounce rate.
Right.
And they realized it was loading super slowly.
Oh, yeah. Page speed.
So they optimized it.
Sure.
And the bounce rate went down.
That's awesome.
Perfect example of how data can lead to real improvement.
Yeah. So it's so easy to get caught up in the creative side of marketing.
Right.
And forget about the numbers.
Yeah.
But
the numbers tell the story.
They do. They tell us if our efforts are working.
Absolutely. We've got to track those metrics.
Yeah.
Analyze that data.
Make informed decisions.
Yes. It's about being strategic, intentional,
not
just throwing things at the wall and hoping something sticks.
Yeah, and hoping something sticks.
Yeah.
Now, the source also mentions the financial side of marketing.
Oh, the money.
Right. Which I think a lot of people struggle with.
For sure. Big time.
And they talk about how the TGV series helped them improve their pricing strategies.
Nice.
And maximize their profits.
Huge win.
They don't go into a ton of detail.
Right.
Understandably so.
Right. Like they mention things like value-based pricing.
Yeah.
And optimizing conversion rates. But I wish we had a little more about
they actually
did it. Yeah. How they put those ideas into practice would be super helpful.
And what kind of results.
Yeah. The results.
But even without the specifics. It's clear that this addresses that financial side of marketing.
It does.
Which is so essential.
Essential for any business that wants to grow.
Right. And it reinforces the idea that marketing isn't just about driving traffic.
Right.
It's about converting that traffic into paying customers.
Paying customers, exactly.
Right.
And building a sustainable business.
Yeah, so it sounds like this TGV series covers a pretty wide range of topics.
It does.
You've got everything from knowing your audience to this more advanced semantic SEO, data-driven decision-making.
Big one.
And
even that financial piece.
The financial aspects of marketing.
Yeah, it's a comprehensive approach for sure.
It seems like it.
Yeah.
And, the author's experience shows how they went from feeling lost and overwhelmed to confident and empowered. It's a cool transformation.
It is. They basically took their marketing from scattered and reactive
to
focused and strategic.
It's inspiring.
It is.
To see how much they were able to achieve in a relatively short amount of time.
Yeah, they went from struggling to get traction to implementing this multifaceted strategy that got real results.
It's a real testament to the power of continuous learning.
Absolutely. Right. The online marketing landscape is constantly changing.
All the time.
And you got to stay ahead of the curve to succeed.
Yeah. It's not about finding that magic bullet. It's about having that growth mindset.
Yeah.
Being open to new ideas.
New strategies.
And as we saw, having that structured approach and expert guidance can make such a difference.
A world of difference, yeah. It gives you that roadmap and framework to navigate the complexities of online marketing.
Okay, we covered a lot
We did.
from the author's struggles to their TGV series transformation.
It's been a fascinating deep dive.
It has. I'm curious, though.
Yeah.
Did the author mention any downsides or challenges that they faced?
Good question. That's a great question. You know, while the author doesn't specifically say these were the downsides or these were the challenges, they do emphasize that it takes time and effort to implement all these strategies.
Makes sense.
Yeah, they talk about being patient, persistent, which suggests to me that they probably ran into some roadblocks.
Right, because it's easy to get excited about a new strategy and expect results like that.
Right, overnight success.
Right, but
the reality is
it takes time.
Yeah, it takes time to build that momentum.
It really does.
It's like planting a seed.
Oh, I like that.
You got to nurture it, give it time to grow.
You can't just like throw a seed out there and expect a tree the next day.
Exact. And even with a program like this TGV series, there's still going to be a learning curve.
Totally.
You know, you have to figure out how to apply it to your business.
Your unique situation.
Exactly.
Right.
Be willing to experiment.
Yeah.
Make adjustments.
So it's not a magic bullet.
No, no magic bullets.
It's more like a toolkit.
It's a toolkit, and even with the best tools, you still need to know how to use them.
You got to have those skills.
Yeah, and the dedication.
And the dedication to put in the work.
Absolutely.
And I think that's a key takeaway.
Yeah.
There's no one-size-fits-all solution in marketing.
No, not at all.
It's about finding what works for you.
For your business.
For your audience.
Your audience, exactly. Yeah. And being willing to put in the work.
And it's clear that this author was really dedicated to improving.
Absolutely.
And that seems to have played a huge role.
A huge role, yeah.
In their success.
It's what separates those successful marketers from everyone else.
They're not afraid to experiment.
Try new things.
Analyze, adapt.
Absolutely.
And that's something we can all do.
We can all do that, yeah.
Whether we're using a program like this or figuring it out on our own.
Absolutely.
Wow.
This deep dive has really shown us how important it is to have that holistic, strategic approach.
To online marketing?
Yeah.
Covered so much.
So much. We talked about understanding your audience, crafting those stories, SEO, social media.
Email marketing.
The data.
Yeah, the data.
Don't forget the data.
So as we wrap up this deep dive into the TGV series, I want to leave you with a question.
All right, like it.
What's one small change you could make to your online marketing right now?
Today.
Inspired by what we talked about today.
Love it. So could you maybe start incorporating more stories into your content?
Oh, yeah.
Could you try a new social media tactic? Revisit that email strategy?
Yeah.
Maybe even dive deeper into your website analytics.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah, see what you can improve.
Even small changes
can make a big difference.
It can.
Over time.
Over time.
It's all about taking that first step.
That first step.
And keeping that momentum going.
And remember, we're here to support you.
We are.
On your marketing journey.
Absolutely.
Keep those questions coming.
Yes.
And we'll see you on the next deep dive.
See you then.